Hello! Joined today by Mr. Kevin Black of Blackie's Brewery and the Real Ale Britain book.
Hey all, how's things? It's great to be down in Reading here and speaking live to Mr. Stuart Pickard all the way in Bradford.
Yorkshire. Now, we've purchased three beers today. We're going to review slowly, bit by bit, examine each one bit by bit. Where did we buy these beers from?
Bier Huis in Wakefield, Yorkshire, and it was good because I give Bier Huis some money and I said to Mr. Pickard, choose me some beers with David, and the first one is from Castle, and it's a Yorkshire Wit.
Yeah, and basically the styles that we chose, it's basically three different style beers. We've got your almost like European inspiration. We've got the traditional Yorkshire beer, and then we've got the alternate style, which is a new craze at the moment. They're sour beers.
Yep.
And they're all from Yorkshire.
Yep. And Stuart, out of the three beers, the one I'm really looking forward to trying is actually the Miner's Light, because it's a new brewery for me, and they also describe this as a lager beer too, and it's interesting, especially coming in the springtime, trying to get a beer which just hits a spot, tries to get lager drinkers to drink real ale.
Well, there's two reasons I chose this brewery out of the many selections that you can get at the beer house. One of Kevin Black's favourite breweries has done a few collaborations with this brewery, Clubhouse. The brewery is out of Batley. Batley is basically on your way to Dewsbury, which is near Wakefield, which is near Ossett.
Yeah.
And it's on there, Wheelhouse area. Anyway, first up is the Castle from, I think it's North Yorkshire, Malton. Yeah.
Malton, yeah. And this one was
£2.25.
Yes, same as well.
Well, it should be. But this is one of the other reasons we chose Beer House for this chat. Is basically all his prices are very good.
They are. But Stuart, if you look on my bottle, it says that it's £25 a bottle. But David does that sometimes just as a joke. So that poured very, very light carbonation, and actually a really quite deep lemon colour, slightly a little bit.
Very similar. Yours looks more. But I'm using a different kind of glass.
Yeah, I'm using a bit of a goblet glass, the Fuller's one. But I went and poured the whole bottle in, trying just to keep the sediment left on the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh,
aroma, it's like bitter lemon.
Bitter lemon. There's a little bit of nutmeg there as well.
Yeah.
And also that kind of rounded clove note.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Slight cloy on the palate. Oily, slick.
Yeah, it's also very, very thin as well.
Yeah.
I'm 5.2. The carbonation completely disappears. The body of the beer is very, very light. You do get that light. It's more like lemon peel. There you go, Stuart. That's more like the colour I have now.
I put all the dust and debris in there. But yeah, the body is really thin. It pours completely flat.
Yeah.
Best before end of December 2015.
Yeah, same here.
It's still a good date on the bottle.
Yeah. It just seems to be that the beer hasn't conditioned right.
No.
But as a wit beer goes, it's very, very good. It's got that citrus hop, or the citrus notes, but it's also got that wonderful wheat kind of oiliness to the beer.
Mm. It's okay. I don't think I'd buy it again.
No, it's very. To be honest, I think I've said this before, Stuart. Brass Castle beers. To be honest, I'm not a big fan.
No.
Either in cask format or bottle format. Now, there's a lot of people in Reading absolutely love them. I think the only half decent one they did was their Mosaic Pale Ale. But everything else for me has been very, very hit and miss.
I mean, I think it was Bad Kitty was probably the best, but when I did it in bottle, it was like completely flat, like it is now. Zero carbonation.
I had the Bad Kitty Christmas version, and I think
Yeah.
out of all the beers they've done, that's probably been their best one.
Yeah. It wasn't bad. I had it recently. I think it was in South Yorkshire at Marketplace. I think it was, or somewhere.
Yeah.
And it was nice.
This is very much like drinking. It's very much drinking a little bit of distilled water, which has had a little bit of lemon and a dry Weetabix pumped out, and that's it.
For a wit, it's probably one of the worst ones I've had.
Definitely. And the thing is, with a wit beer, it prizes itself on its carbonation. This doesn't have anything.
No. And as far as Yorkshire Wit, normally dry, bitter, and very lackluster. This is hardly any bitterness. It doesn't remind me of a Yorkshire Wit.
No, what it does have.
Yorkshire sense of humour. Yorkshire intellect.
What it does have, it has the flavour, but it doesn't have the body. Everything else is missing on it. There's no body, there's no carbonation. I do like the light citrus burst on it and leads to quite a light, dry, wheat bitterness. But apart from that, that's probably the only good bit about it. But it was good to try.
Yes. For me, it falls into the category of a beer festival beer. Basically, a beer festival beer is a beer. It sounds good, so you tick it, and you don't see it again.
Yeah, and no, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd buy this again.
No.
Unless I've seen it on keg.
You sound like Andrew now.
Because I think beers like this would be better on keg format because you've got the carbonation and it's also probably going to be chilled a little bit more as well.
Mm. Anyway, on to the Cap House.
Now, this interests me. I've been eyeing this beer up since January time, and I've been going, come on, I need to review it, but eventually we've got it. Miner's Light, 4.2% ABV, another Yorkshire brewery from the Cap House Brewery in West Yorkshire. Is that Batley? Batley.
Now, the bottle is coming up to the end of the term. It's March 2015.
Yes, March 2015, yep. But
and the other thing that you probably recognise is the labelling is very similar to Five Towns and Malton's, and a lot of the time it's because the bottle itself, wrap it itself.
Now, how much did your bottle cost you?
$230.
Yeah, it says $230 in mine, but it looks more like £30.
But yeah, now there is in Wakefield a mining museum. Definitely worth visiting if you've got children. And it's also worth visiting for an adult because it's very scary.
That had a nice history. And I always use this glass here for lagers or pale ales because I think it really shows the beer off, especially the carbonation, and it also gives you the opportunity to get a good nose in on the beer too. I'm just going to stop there. It's poured with a good 3-finger head, tightly packed bubbles.
Very similar.
Yeah, very similar. Very, very clear and crisp, and a lovely white head.
Yeah, there's a little bit of pineapple there, but it's not bitter pineapple. It's almost like creamy pineapple.
Yeah, it's very much like pineapple juice from a can.
Yeah.
What you're also picking up a little bit of kiwi, but there's a little bit of a metallic.
Yeah, I agree. Now, what is a miner's light, Kevin?
A miner's light, I'm guessing just by the sound of it, and this is probably an Irishman talking shit now, but a miner's light is just one of the little lamps they used to take down into the mine. But in Yorkshire, it's probably something different, is it?
No, that's right. And if you go to the museum, you see all the different, throughout the ages of the different lights that they had. But that's the advancements in technology. I mean, in this day and age, when you're walking back from a pub, it's normally the light off your phone.
That's it. Stuart, have you got electricity in Yorkshire yet?
This smells better than taste.
I haven't tasted it yet, right? But just back on the nose, right? You're picking up a little bit of peach and kiwi as well.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd say more. Yeah, kiwi. Definitely, yeah. 4.2%. It's quite easy on the palate.
Stuart, I know what's happened here. See on the taste, do you get that deep breadiness? It's like sourdough.
Yeah.
What has happened is that the mash temperature of this beer has been too high. And especially if you use lager malt, you really get that quite sour bitterness on the end of lager malt. And it's picking up a very deep sourdough breadiness to it.
It's not mine is not sour, but it does like you say, it has a little sour note to it.
On the end, you get it's very much like it's like old moldy grass. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get another bottle of this. Yeah. I'm going to chill it down completely, like a lager, and I'm going to see what it's like.
But I do find it cool that a lot of breweries are now actually going out and making a lager or what's that style? Basically, like you brew a lager recipe at an ale temperature. There's a name for it. It's a beer style. And it's basically
like a Kolsch. It's like a Kolsch beer. It's between a lager and a pilsner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stuart, do you know what I'm picking up?
That sounds like.
You know what I'm picking up? Big gooseberry notes on it. And actually, them gooseberry notes just at the end are actually quite nice because it's rounding off the bitterness.
I like it. But again, you got to look at this the other way. Is basically, it is the end of its term.
Yeah.
So would it be a lot more power to it?
I think the body on the beer for 4.2 is actually it's very good.
Yeah.
The body on the beer. What is missing from this type of beer is the carbonation, because the carbonation poured, it stayed in the head. Now look at it, it's disappeared. Yeah. There's no lacing, there's nothing. And you would expect something to be a little bit more, even if there was a little bit of oat or something on it to give it that creaminess. But actually, it's actually not a bad beer. Hmm.
But it's beers like this that you think were more southern beers, because southerners don't like the head on the beer.
Actually, in your sparklers. Right, I'm going to put the yeast in here, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to do what Stuart Pickard and Andrew Pickard do. Ruin the beer. Nah, I want to do it. You do. Even with the yeast in there, you get that massive gooseberry nose. This might sound strange, right? But you know when you're obviously this being out and cycling and stuff.
Mm.
When you're going past the fields after they've been mucked, you get that manure smell. Yeah. Do you get that from this beer on the end of tasting it?
I'm just pouring some of the sediment in.
You do. You get that freshness of manure. Sounds strange, but it's there.
I don't know about manure, but as I can see what you're saying, well, it's like that dry, grassy, but bitterness, and then the little bits of berry, light berry. Yeah, I like it. I'll buy it again.
When you say berry, right? There's like a light cranberry dryness to it.
Mm.
I think, Stuart, when I come up and visit you, right? I want to see if I can try and get this on cask or on. I wonder if do they do it on keg?
No, because I've always ever seen them at the beer festivals, and normally it'd be collaborations with Five Towns.
What collaborations do they do with Five Towns?
Um,
Because I haven't had any of their beers yet. The beers I've had with Five Towns is North Riding Brew Pub. The collab.
yeah. See if it mentions on the website.
But to be honest, I would say drinking this, would I have it again? I would, and I would give this. I'd give this a 7 out of 10.
Hmm.
It is not bad. They need to work on the carbonation though.
Yeah. But it's another thing where we've got so many brewers in Yorkshire, and I think they're all just trying to keep above everybody.
Yeah.
The final beer is from Batley Brewery, and it's the Rhubarb
Now,
Ginger.
before we open this beer, Stuart, right? What is your thinking of Bad Seed Brewery?
Well, initially I did like him, and I liked him also because of the tags, but as of late, they have, for me, it's like what's that other brewery from London?
London Fields?
No, Pure or something. They're in those cans.
Oh, yes. Yes, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like them where they start out really above average,
Yeah.
and then the beer just dissipates really quickly.
You know who I think this brewery is very much like? Another London brewery, Brew by Numbers. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. When I tried their beers, first of all, I had mixed reviews. Some were good, some weren't good.
Yeah.
And I got the brewery. I paid for beers to come direct from the brewery, especially their Pacific Pale Ale, and I still wasn't entertained. I think where the problem is, before we open this, right? I think the problem with this brewery is they're doing all their beers in 330ml bottles, right?
Yeah.
Which means if you don't pour a good beer, you're getting all the yeast.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of their beers are coming out too yeasty. So let's see what this is like. This is their Bad Seed Brewery, their Rhubarb Ginger Sour, and I'm looking forward to trying this because I'm big into my sours. 5.9%, folks. Smells nice.
It smells nice. It smells like those candied sweets that give you artificial flavors.
Yeah. Now, what's the... Well, let's pour it first of all, and let me just show you something, right? I'm going to go for the whole pour, because I want to try and get this undisturbed. So, that's what I've got there. Quite deep mahogany, golden burnt orange colour. But Stuart, can you see down the bottle?
I still got most of mine in.
Okay, but can you see down my bottle? Can you
Yeah.
Can you see round the top of the lid? There's yeast. Now, that probably happened in transit, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, what I did do is, anytime I get my beers, I always shake them up and stand them upright. And there it goes to show you. I'm going to show you something else. Let's go right down the bottle. And you can see that there's a deep ring of yeast at the bottom as well. Yeah?
Okay.
Right caked round. That's what I'm saying about some of these beers being over yeasted. And it's like, they take it direct from a conditioning, or from the fermenter, straight in the bottles. And sometimes that really does impact on the beers. But let's go straight in with the nose.
Well, for me, on aroma, it's almost like brass piping, Tizer, iron brew, that kind of aroma.
You know, you do get that iron brew. What you do get, and it's absolutely fantastic, is crystallized ginger.
Mm.
That sugar ginger.
Yeah, we got that on the initial from the bottle as well, didn't we? Like, it did smell like that.
I don't know if you can remember this, but can you remember reviewing Ginger Blackie, my ginger stout? Now, that was proper root ginger. And smelling that reminds me of that, because I haven't had another beer which has had that amount of ginger in it.
But I've had plenty of sours. I had a rhubarb sour from Germany that we shared the last bottle share with Rob, and that was amazing. This doesn't fill me with hope. This beer.
Is that the one? Is that the one in the purple label? No.
Frightgeist or something.
Yeah. Okay.
But smelling this, it smells like pop. Looks like pop.
Yep. Has got a deep lemon note to it as well. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Let's launch it. Now, before you say anything, what is the first fruit comes to mind after three? 1, 2, 3. Raspberries.
Yes.
It's raspberries, isn't it?
And it also, do you know those sour pears that you do have when I was a kid?
Yeah.
Those little candied sweets. That's what I've got. It's like raspberries and pears.
Actually,
sour.
Get a jammy Dodger biscuit and throw it in your mouth. That's what it's like.
I'm not getting rhubarb. And the ginger's not very...
You get ginger on the nose. There's no ginger in the beer. It's like drinking a liquid version of a jammy Dodger.
Yeah. Jammy Dodgers are spot on.
Yeah. No,
but also...
No, but shortcake and strawberry, that's what you're getting. You're not getting ginger, or you're not getting rhubarb. There is no rhubarb. I can't taste any rhubarb in this beer.
But yeah, this should call it the Jammy Dodger beer.
Yes, man, yes. Now, what you are picking up is a lovely lemon sharpness to it. There's that lemon bitterness.
Right, I've poured...
Sorry, I'm just taking a picture here.
But yeah, it just reminds me of the Jammy Dodgers that you mentioned.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Now, I'm looking at the bottom of my bottle, and like you say, it's a dark, reddish ring. It's lots of...
Shit. Yeast. Like, Stuart, look. No, look down there, Stuart. Look. you can see that even in the inside of the bottle, at the top,
Yeah.
yeast, right down to the bottom, there's yeast the whole way down that bottle. This is the only criticism I have about this brewery. They need to sort this out because the beers are coming out too murky and too. It's making the beers really flat.
Right. Out of the 3 beers, 2 of them are in small bottles. The 2 small bottles, no edge retention.
No.
The Brass Castle, no edge retention. The Cap House, edge retention.
No, but I think there's a difference. I think there's a difference. On the Miner's Light, right? What you're getting is what a lager or a pilsner beer is all about. Yeah, it has it. What it doesn't have is the carbonation and the flavour, and the depth and crispness of the flavour. The other beers, the Brass Castle, I would love to try it on keg. That's about it. The Bad Seed is a decent brewery. Sort the yeast out, and I'll keep buying your beers. I always buy their beers anyway, especially their new ones, to try them.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to go back to David and ask him, Cap House Brewery, I want to try more of this, because I believe they do a really nice stout as well.
I think I'm not that many from Cap House. Normally I have their beers from beer festivals.
Yeah. So out of the 3 beers, what has been your favourite?
The Light.
Yeah, by far, definitely, man.
The biggest letdown is probably the Bad Seed, because it no rhubarb, no ginger, and sour. It's almost like
No.
a bad bottle sour rather than actual sour.
Yeah. I think what to get a proper sour beer, you need to have wild yeast. Yeah.
Mm.
So that means brew your beer, really, stick it outside, come back 5 days later and see what happens. Or stick it in an apple orchard or somewhere and see what happens. This beer is very much like it's been fermented with US-05 and it's been actually over hopped, because sometimes if you over hop beers you get a sourness to them.
Yeah.
But if they turn around and said this is a Jammy Dodger sour beer, I'll be
yes,
you've done it, you've made it. But you get ginger on the nose, but you don't get ginger on the taste, and all you get is shortcake biscuits and strawberry jam.
Yes.
Raspberry jam, that's it.
Spot on. Now, out of the 3, which of the breweries would I revisit after having these 3 beers? Again, would be Cap House.
Yeah. Cap House, Bad Seed. For me, Bad Seed. And then Brass Castle. And I'll tell you the reason why. This brewery, the only decent one was Mosaic. And actually, I scored it a 6 out of 10. The rest of their beers have been shocking. I just don't understand how a brewery with quite a big reputation produces beer like this. Maybe this is me now just being stupid, or it's been bad pints. But then I've been drinking this beer with other people too, or maybe my standards are quite high because as a beer reviewer and drinking a lot of different beers, like I said to you earlier on.
Well, I've got loads of sediment in this as well.
Yeah.
It's nasty.
Yeah. Sorry, so there's the Brass Castle. Stuart, if I just show you, right down the bottom, look. You can see it. It's solid, it's thick.
Yeah.
You're not seeing through the bottom of that,
Out for value for money, for a sour beer, $2.50 for the Bad Seed. It wasn't really sour, it was more bad flavoured beer. So I think it's not worth the $2.50.
No. I think out of all the beers we've bought tonight, we bought them from the same place, Bier Huis.
Yeah.
I would turn right and say, and for the record, customer service absolutely fantastic. Your beers always get there in one piece, and at the same time, online beer retailer, you want quality, you want service, you want fantastic beers. David is the place to go. www.bierhuis.info.
As far as Yorkshire Wit, is it worth two? You're getting exactly. It's one of those cheap beers. You're getting cheap flavour, cheap everything. That's Brass Castle, so you're getting the value for money. £2.25. It is worth that because I won't pay anything more.
No, I think if I was to buy this again, I would want it about £1.75 a bottle. That's maybe me being harsh. The bad seed, I would turn around. This was £2.50. I would say I'd probably pay £1.80, £1.90 max. The Miner's Light at £2.30. I'd pay £2.30 for that.
Yeah,
I would. Yeah, definitely. I would.
And it's the one that's not really hip and suave like Batley or Brass Kettle. It's basically your everyday guy.
Yeah. And I think...
And the fact that it's better in flavour and taste and aroma than the other two.
Definitely by
The
far.
only thing that lets the cap house down is the presentation.
Yeah. I think for me, Cap House Brewery is going to be a brewery in my hit list for the next 8 weeks. So if I can go back to David and say, David, source them for me, and I get them, review them, try them, and see what they're like. And, even I might contact them myself and see if I can get them down to Reading Beer Festival and get a couple of casts on to see what their beers are like. That'd be great.
And you might be able to get their collaborations with Five Towns and stuff.
Yeah, I've never seen their collaboration brews, but it'll be something I'll go back and have a conversation with Malcolm and say to him, as you know, I love my Five Towns Breweries beers. I'm a big fan. Malcolm is the Northern Magician at brewing. I would say their beers are solid. Yes, there's some which are disappointing, but overall it's a go-to brewery, very much like Ossett Brewery or Salter Brewery. Good brewery, decent beer.
And the beer of the session. I've put a bunch of information about each beer and Kevin's information. Check it all out. Thanks to Kevin for joining us.
Cheers, all the way from Reading. And Stuart, I look forward to seeing you at the end of April for Reading Real Ale Cider Festival, round 2.
You take care.
Goodbye.